Did you know that lesser horseshoe bats have a very interesting yearly cycle? Early spring, the women leave the men and together go to look for somewhere to cluster. They return for mating season, and then all the women leave together and have one baby bat each, which they raise for about 3 months, and then they all return to the men for hibernation in the cold winter. They have 2 types of sonar reading. The one we all know, which is to find their way around, but also a quieter one as a social sonar between each other. This inspired Cheryl Beer, our associate artist, to pen a bat lullaby to raise awareness of the secret species lesser horseshoe as part of her Natur am Beth commission.
Our resulting lesser horseshoe bat lullaby includes the sonar readings of lesser horseshoe bats in 2 ways. First, you hear the actual recording made by Cheryl during her visit on location with Bats of the Night Conservation Project to a maternity roost in the Gower, which we like to call a bat nursery. And secondly, Cheryl took a visual graph from a sonar reading and plotted it onto musical staves. The tenor recorder part that you hear being played is that of the sonar recording.
Cheryl then composed the accompanying lullaby melody for us, the women of Hemiola Choir, and used interview data from the Stars of the Night volunteers to pen the lyrics. Hemiola Choir have been meeting for 40 years, led by Delyth Holland, but during COVID we stopped meeting up. Our Bats Lullaby has been a great way of bringing us back together again, and we hope that we can continue to do so after the project.
Cheryl then worked with Delyth, who arranged the music in such a way that we would be able to sight read it. We met with Cheryl to watch an introductory film and then started rehearsals. After every session, we kept a visitor's book to say how we felt and give feedback. Cheryl visited to see how we were getting on, and once she felt we were ready, we went to her home studio to record our bat lullaby.
Once recorded, Cheryl took us to Pentlager Valley Woods to make a video. She wrote a storyboard and collaborated with drone pilot Jarrow Media. We had a lovely day together in nature. Afterwards, Cheryl edited the film and then showed it to us for final editorial approval. We couldn't believe how beautifully it turned out, but most importantly, how wonderful it is to be part of raising awareness and changing attitudes towards the lesser horseshoe bats across Wales. Today, we are recording this narration, and we hope it gives you a peek behind the scenes showing you our process. You will also hear some of our feedback throughout the journey of this wonderful project.
I can imagine singing that to a child in bed at night to get them to go to sleep. It's lovely, lovely lilting song.
Well, I think having practiced it last time when it was just a soprano voice, I think having the alto singing an octave lower has really mellowed the sound, and it just feels a lot softer and more caressing really than just the soprano pitch.
Brilliant, thanks, Jane.
It's just been fantastic just being here. It's just so atmospheric and the colours are just stunning, and you can imagine the bats sort of weaving around, and it's just beautiful.
Quite the experience which I think most of us would never have ever dreamt of having, and it was wonderful. Brought a whole new aspect to Pentlager. We always liked it, but now it's taken on a different complexion altogether.
Well, thank you for letting us come and share this lovely experience, this beautiful place. The atmosphere is just tremendous, and I think today has been fab.
It's wonderful being just with all this autumn colour, and the sun has shone all day, and we've had a lovely, lovely time doing it.
Do you think it's important to connect with nature?
Absolutely, yes. If we're just being in the outdoors, in the light, in the natural sunlight or the natural evening light, it's wonderful. Yes, it's a very important part of our lives.
And how do you think it is that the choir is raising awareness of such a precious species, the lesser horseshoe bat?
Yes, well, like John says, it's a good cause, and we should. I've told a few friends about it's so yes, how amazing that the horseshoe bats all the women go together to raise the children. That is such a completely new concept to think of animals doing that. That's wonderful.
I've belonged to Dallas little singing group for many years, and that's why we're doing this now. And it's an honour, because this about the bat is the most fascinating little piece. How it came about is amazing, and we're all, as ladies sitting here, we're all amazed how it's been notated. And I was reminded when we were just practicing it now of the little lullaby that my mum taught me when I was a little girl. You can really appreciate this maternal bat feeling, and all us women here together. It's very meaningful.